Okay, so before we do anything, I learned that I'm supposed to say, if you are not comfortable with electronics, do not even attempt to do anything with this. You got to be comfortable with high voltage electronics. And I'm also supposed to say that I am not an electronics engineer. I've worked on this stuff for 20 years as a hobby, but I have no formal training in this. So I hope that prevents anyone out there from blowing themselves up. I understand that people tend to do that from looking at these YouTube videos. Okay, that being said, on this alien machine, I wanted to add a little bit of light to the back box. Not too much, just enough to light up the Translite alien logo. So this is what I did. We have a white LED strip, and this is something you can buy off eBay. I'll put a link to it in the description, but it's a channel, like a mounting channel for LEDs, and I think it also acts as a heat sink, and it has a diffuser plastic over it, and it just kind of makes it nice and complete looking, so I like it. So the positive and negative 12 volts is soldered to the LEDs. Make sure you have the right voltage for your LEDs. There's 5 volt or 12 volt. I use yellow wire because yellow, like in PCs, it symbolizes 12 volts usually. Make sure your positive is the yellow, negative is the black. And I'm using these quick connect connectors, and they're just routed down behind the monitor down to this switcher. So the switcher has a 1 amp fuse on it. The 1 amp fuse is on the line, and the color is correct. It's black. So everybody settle down. It's black. And neutral is white. Those are the industry standard colors for AC power, at least in the US. In the alien machine, there's blue and brown as well, but I guess those are some other standards too. Like I said, not an electronics engineer, I'm a hack. Will openly admit that, and I'm looking for any feedback anyone might be willing to provide. So this is the 12 volt switching power supply. It's a 3 amp, which is way more than enough to power this LED strip and anything else I might want to add, up to 3 amps. So you can see that the line is connected to line, neutral connected to neutral, and ground connected to ground. Green is typically the color for ground. Okay, so here's the 12 volts going up to the LED strip. Now, this is the important part. Where to tap into this AC power? Well, I found the best place to tap into that is over here in the black box on the right. So the black box on the right inside is a 48 volt power supply. Back here, you can see there is line and neutral and ground. So get some of these little fork connectors and just connect them to line, neutral, and ground, and you can run them over to your switching power supply. And here's where we have the blue and brown for AC that comes into this box. So I guess that's another standard. And the good thing is that when you switch off the power, then the power to your LED will switch off as well. So that is ideal. Can't think of anything else to tell you about. I think that covers it. I would highly recommend doing it this way versus pulling power from USB. I realize pulling power from USB works, but it only works at 5 volts, and pulling amperage from the PC, it's been reported that that's caused some problems in a lot of machines. So just pointing that out there. I think you're much better off tying power to the AC and pulling any power you need from that, and it makes it less likely you're going to create problems with your machine. That's it.